Alright guys, welcome back. This is another pickups video, my first for years I think. Well, maybe not, maybe a couple of weeks. But yeah, these are all purchases which I've made within the last, well, I guess 2.5 weeks or whatever. And we have 3 for the PlayStation 3, there are 2 original Xbox games, and 2 PlayStation 1 games. So yeah, let's crack on with, what should we do first? Ooh, I don't know, let's do original Xbox. Because neither one of them are particularly great, although ones which were cheap and I was happy to add to the collection. And I will play them, it's not like I've just picked up 2 absolute rubbish games which I have no interest in. The first one is Rugby 2005, now obviously knocking on a bit now this game, but you know, this is kind of relevant with the Rugby World Cup going on at the moment. England's obviously going to beat France tomorrow, comfortably, in the quarterfinals, so that'll be interesting to watch that. But yeah, so Rugby World Cup, yeah, graphics a little bit dated. I still quite like this, he says, having not played this version for about 6 or 7 years. But last time I did play it, I really liked it, and I'm sure I will, so that was that. I think it's only about $1 as well. Same with this one as well, this one coming up, which is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Now, this is slightly confusing me. I could just get up now and just look at the game behind me to see, but I just can't be bothered. But I thought the PS3 version was called Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. So is it that an updated version? I don't really know. But anyway, maybe it's just Hot Pursuit 3, maybe it's just... I don't know what it is. But this is definitely Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, let me just check just in case. Yeah, on the original Xbox. And it was only $1, and I thought, what have I got to lose? I'm not a massive fan of the Need for Speed games, I've got to be honest. Although in saying that, I really liked the first one on the PS1 in 96, I guess that came out, 95, 96. And I do like, although I've hardly played it, the PS3 version. So yeah, it'll be interesting to play that, and all the rest of it. And like I say, for $1 each, you really can't go wrong, even if they're bad, who cares? Okay, so let's do the PS3, and I'll save the PS1 for last. So like I say, 3 PlayStation 3 games. One of them's... How old is this one? Oh, let's do this one first. I think this is the oldest one. Let's look on the back. It's 2009, so I guess it's not that old, really. But it does still have the old PS3 logo on the top there, as you can see. And that game is Brutal Legend, kind of like a heavy metal game. With is it Jack Black who's kind of starring in this game? I'm not quite sure. But, yeah, I've not seen any reviews for this. I've not really seen any gameplay of it. It just looked kind of interesting, and it was $6, and I thought, well, for that price, it's an absolute bargain. One thing that I did hear from somebody, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but apparently in the UK, or in PAL regions, this game was released with the newer PS3 logo on the top, so I was told. Whereas obviously the one over here in the States isn't. It's got the old, you know, red and black PS3 logo there. So, that's interesting. Maybe it came out here first, and then came out in the UK or in PAL regions a few months later when the new design kicked in. Dunno. Either way, looking forward to playing this game, and for $6, $6, man, come on, that's about £3.54. It's worth a punt, and if you don't like it, you're going to get your money back, so wasn't so much of a gamble. This one cost around about, I think it was about $8.99, $9.99 perhaps. It was under $10. Got it from Amazon, and again, I've not seen any reviews of it, not read any. I don't really know what the game's like, although I think, in saying that, I'm pretty certain I've seen some gameplay of it from someone who I'm subscribed to. But I think I know who it is, but I'm not going to mention the name just in case I've got it wrong and they didn't do it. But either way, that game is The Saboteur. And it just looked really good to me when the brief kind of glimpses of gameplay I have seen. Just almost like a film noir kind of stylistic approach to it, you know, the black and white, a bit of colour splashed in here and there. And I thought that looks great, you know, with the whole... I was going to say it looks great with the swastikas, makes it sound like I'm a bit of a fan of Nazis. I'm not, you know. But you know what I mean, it just looked very artistic and all the rest of it. Let's move on. So yeah, that should be a pretty good game. Last but not least, on the PlayStation 3. Now, this game I downloaded the demo of, going back about a year. And it was alright, it was nothing special, but, you know, it looked pretty good and atmospheric with the rain coming down and all the rest of it. And I thought, well, when it comes out, you know, I will get it eventually, but it certainly wouldn't be a release day purchase. And I stuck to my guns because I knew, A, it's not really my game, and B, you know, as a lot of us are doing now, we're cutting back on buying release day purchases it's simply not worth it because the prices just fly down. I've said that before, obviously I'll say it millions of times in the future. But yeah, it's just better off just waiting, unless it's a game you really want. For example, Battlefield 3 is coming out soon. I'm really going to get, I know I'm going to play it, so I'm going to buy that on release day, because I know I'm going to get my money's worth. Am I going to get it on the PS3 or the 360? Probably 360, although I have got the beta, and I have been alternating between the PS3 beta and the 360 beta, and surprisingly, I've actually enjoyed the PS3 version, and I'm pretty good at the game as well with the controls. Anyway, I digress. So the game in question for this one is Castlevania Lord of Shadow. No, I was right first time. Lords of Shadow. Like I say, downloaded the demo, going back around about a year, thought it was alright, nothing special, but I was not prepared to pay, $50 odd at the time. And I picked this up for 14, I think, ish. It certainly wasn't more than that. Again from Amazon. Can't argue. Last up but not least are two PlayStation 1 games. I bought them both on eBay within the past, well, like I keep saying, a couple of weeks. First one up. First of all, let me just say, actually, before I talk about the games, I know this will sound weird, but I've always had a big problem, and only I could have a problem like this, with picking up American games, for the simple reason that my nostalgic memories for the PS1 are tied with those big, bulky... Have I got one around? I have got one. I'm too lazy to get it. Craig, Minx36 sent it to me. I'm just too lazy to get up and show it. But you know what a PAL game looks like with the clunky case. And but I like that, it is kind of a bit awkward. They're easily broken, but I like that. And because my memories are tied in with the PS1 from like 95, did I get it 95, maybe late 94, whenever it was. But yeah, my memories of the PlayStation 1 are with the PAL games from like 94, 95, up until about 98. Now, after 98, I don't think I played a PS1 game. I'd moved on. But anything in that 95 to 97, 98 window means a lot to me, and consequently the big, clunky, chunky PAL PS1 games, game cases do as well. So when it came, to coming here, to living in America, 3 and a half, whatever years ago, I wanted to pick up some PS1 games, but then I looked at the dual slim cases, which are just like music cases, and they didn't mean anything to me, so I was always hesitant to pick them up, which was silly. But what's going to sound even sillier is I think I've decided what I'm going to do is to pick up, over time, it's not a short-term thing, very much a long-term plan. What I want to do is I want to pick up PlayStation 1 PAL games from 95 to like 98 of the games I used to have. And then anything else I'll buy on the NTSC. Although in a slight contradiction, I will also pick up some NTSC games that I used to have on the PAL format. That was such a waste of time explaining that because it didn't make any sense. You're watching it going, what are you talking about? Rewind, what? Let's just move on again. This has been a disaster. So the first game that I've got for the NTSC, obviously American PlayStation 1, is Soviet Strike. That honestly was absolute bollocks I just talked there. Literally nonsense. So yeah, Soviet Strike. Now, believe you me, I did not pay $19.99. Although in saying that, when I bought it back in the UK in around about, when did it come out, 96? Yeah, 1996, I paid 40 quid for it, which is around about $60. But you didn't have much of a choice back then, that was just the way it was. If you wanted it, you paid it. $60, Jesus Christ. It's certainly not worth it. I got this, including shipping, for $4. And I'm happy absolutely happy to pay that. In saying that, I did put it on and I was like, oof, it's a bit ropey, gotta be honest. But the more I played it, the more I kind of, got back into old habits, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it in the brief kind of 10-15 minutes that I played it, but it was a little bit dodgy. But like I say, happy to pick it up. And for anyone who's not familiar with NTSC games, then like I say, they're just in slim dual cases, and there's the side there, Soviet Strike written in red. Usually it's black and white, like the PS1 PAL games, but now and again they have colour, much like the next one. The next one follows in a similar theme to Soviet Strike, and this one is Nuclear Strike. This was, again, around about $3 or $4 maximum, including shipping, so I was more than happy to pay that. And this is, yeah, I actually prefer this, although in saying it, I've not played this version since I've got it, since I've rebought it. I played it back in the day and all the rest of it. So, on the front there, as you can see, apparently it's better than Soviet Strike. And like I say, I think it is anyway from memory, but I'll have to play it again and just see how much better it is. And if anyone wants to see, again, the sides of these two together, see, as you can see, in green and yellow, nuclear strike. In fact, as I usually like to do, I don't know why, but because I guess the box art is kind of different over here in the States, usually anyway, or sometimes compared to PAL regions, then I'll show you the sides, just in case that differs. And it probably doesn't at all, two PAL versions. So that was, again, a waste of time. So there we are, that's all I picked up lately. A few more on the way. I'm really starting to think about what I'm going to do in terms of a New Year's resolution as well, gaming related. And I'm too embarrassed to watch my last year's New Year's resolution video because I probably just contradicted and just done the absolute opposite to what I said I was going to do, or not adhered to some of the plans. And yeah, but I'll give that a watch maybe around about Christmas, and then I'll put out a new New Year's resolution video. Because there's some really kind of what I feel are pretty exciting plans which I'd like to put in place when it comes to systems and games I want to collect for. There's some systems that I've kind of got games for now which I'm not that interested in, and I might push to one side, just get rid of, because the interest's waned completely. And similarly, there are other things which, I haven't got, which I really do want to get. So again, that makes no sense now, but in time it will. So yeah, that's been a completely incoherent video and a bit of a disaster all around. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you later. Adios amigos.